That was awesome.
Can you guess which team I'm on?
Hey, Matt, what team do you think Jared's on that? On Martians versus
Rednecks.
Thank you.
Really?
Why, yes.
Quick?
Yes, I am. I just done saw them green things are running across the field, and I was just like, what? Grab my gun. It's time to pluck them.
So, Jared, are you related to either the Hatfields or McCoys?
Dude, actually, the Sumerians. I don't know if you've ever seen that awesome statue of that Sumerian that's half horse Pegasus looking bad, a freaking sculpture, but he has that awesome Sumerian beard. I'm Sumerian.
Okay.
The Sumerians is what we're going with, huh?
Sumerians run deep in redneck bloodlines.
Okay. Cool.
Well.
So yeah, if you guys noticed, we played a couple of little teaser videos for our buddies over at Martians versus Rednecks. I guess it's safe for us to make our side of the little plug and the announcement there. So you guys will find inside a chat. Mm-hmm. So you guys will find inside a chat, there's a limited invite to their Discord. If you guys would like to join that, that would be awesome. Go in, say hello. They got a pretty sweet community. Looks to be pretty active. Essentially, what these guys are doing is they've got a full collection of NFTs that you can find on OpenSea. And as an owner of one of their NFTs, they are going to be dropping a comic book. And guess where that's going to be?
It's going to be in Comixology.
No, it's not. It's going to be on Crypto Comics.
What?
Thanks for making
kidding?
that weird and awkward.
Oh,
Andrew Dodge comes in and says, hey
awesome.
guys, hope you're having an awesome Monday. This looks awesome. Vav says, I thought Sumerians were going to be more Martians, kind of Anunnaki.
Vav, you better. All right,
man.
that was good. That was good. Actually, I'm part redneck, part Martian. I'm the dynamic. Well, I better say that right. I'm the dynamic duo breed that's going to bring unity to the war.
I still think I have the best one. I hold the best NFT in all of Martians versus Rednecks, I believe. So I'm going to throw that out there just because I feel confident. Look at this. This is the best NFT of the whole collection. I'm telling you.
Oh, nice.
There's never been a more potentially proper Martian for me, I don't think. So let's see here. Inside a chat, we got Blaster coming in. So I take a Crypto Comics website, won't be using crypto. It's been many years. Actually, we very much are using crypto. Absolutely. We are very close to going live, and I believe that might be Cax. Correct me if I'm wrong, but welcome to the show, my man. Yeah, so it's taken us a lot longer to get live than we had originally expected, for sure. But we are very, very close, as in extraordinarily close. I guess I should word it that way. So yeah, we will be making a full announcement here very soon as to what that date is going to be, and then flipping on live transactions. As it sits right now, we've got StacksNet and everything running underneath the hood. We are just going through and doing our due diligence to test and make sure everything's good to go. See you joined chat, Jared. I like this one.
Oh, is that Cax?
Yeah, I think so.
Buddy, dude. Yes, we're getting there, bro. I know, but we're getting there, bro. Like, we're right around the corner, Cax. Dude, when it happens, we're going to do what we talked about. We're going to bring you on to drive everybody crazy.
That's going to be fun.
That's
going to be a lot of fun.
That
will be one of my favorite shows, hands down.
Oh,
speaking of which,
yeah,
like
long time coming.
The book is up on the wall. I guess you can't see it there though, because it's like
dude.
It's on the top row. It's one of the first ones up there on. Oh, how do I? Up right.
That's
there.
so awesome! Wow, yeah. Top tier, Cax, right there, buddy. Top tier, buddy.
Yeah, it goes in order of books that were launched on Crypto Comics. So. Most people
Wait.
don't realize that.
Why is he congrats on DC?
I don't know. Let's see
Did
here.
you leave
T3
for
says
DC?
hello.
Is that who you left us
Bab
for?
says maybe that was how we got rednecks. Marge Needs Women. That was a great movie. You guys remember that movie?
Oh yeah, it's a classic.
That's exactly how we got rednecks.
Andrew Dodge says, glad I've been mining crypto since last year. So are we. You're about to see. And T3 comes in and says, congrats on DC job, Fry.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were really
I feel like we
happy
need to
for
clear
him.
this up because a lot of people
All right.
messaged me.
All
Like,
right,
a
dude.
lot.
Here, I'll clear
So-
the air. I'll clear the air just so
No,
everybody knows. Fry is no longer with us. He actually left the company, and he just decided that he didn't like us anymore. And I really was hurt. I was like, OMG, man, that's so cruel. And he was like, dude, I can't work with you anymore. And I was like, OMG, man, why? And he was like, cuz. It was a really devastating conversation, you know. I didn't know what to do. And then all of the sudden,
Okay, so what actually happened was, if you notice on our blog, there was a blog post that came out on the 1st.
I love this.
Mhm.
I love this, dude. Yes, you are awesome. That's awesome.
So in the blog post, there is a claim that Fry will be leaving us to go work for DC on a new title called Blue and Gold, starting with issue 15 as the penciler.
Go for it, dude.
Well, I can't believe this many people didn't catch the connection between me and DC.
So great.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I was getting
Like,
texts
how
from
many
people.
I tried to make this look like as
Legit.
good as possible. Yeah.
Legit.
Like I was like, oh, it's gonna be written by what is it?
I
Paul
don't remember, but yeah.
Pelletier as writer, Sean Gordon Murphy as inker, Dave Stewart on colors.
Glorious.
And
yeah, I was like, that's actually the team that's working on.
It's on that.
Digi says it's on, Matt. Oh, it's on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's.
What's funny is when Matt hit me up with the idea, I thought immediately, I was like, I like this idea because there's no way that people are gonna like completely fall for it.
I didn't think anybody was gonna fall for it. And then I was getting texts, and they were like, so tell us what's really going on, man. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I got hit up asking if I could plug for a creator at DC. Like, I got hit up with a creator asking me if I could help them get on at DC.
That's so great.
Oh, that was awesome.
That's a terrible day at the end of that joke if you're the butt of the joke like that. I'm sorry for that creator.
I had another creator that was like, I was questioning it because I was like, Fry doesn't do art. And I was like, actually I do. That's the only part of this that is true.
Yeah, he is a very, very good artist.
Of the game.
Like, I've seen his work, and he is phenomenal.
Everyone thought that was the fake part. And I'm like,
really?
Okay, I guess I need to start posting some artwork or something, man.
You do.
Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate this. Thanks for calling me out. Bob says, I fall for those all the time because I don't keep standard holidays, so I don't even think along those lines. I'm the guy who plans to go somewhere, tries to figure out why everyone is closed on the 25th of December. I'm the guy that's going Christmas shopping on that day, so it's no problem. Me and Bob will hang up. Andrew Dodge says, I knew it was a gag immediately. Oh, T. And then T3 says, I was like, Brad does pencils? Go ahead, Jared.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Crutchy, that's not fair. We know Matt can't keep a secret. You'd be like, Matt, what up? It's his own secret. But I know he would fold and he'd tell you right away. He'd be like, no, Crutchy, don't worry, everything's fine.
Matt, you were gonna finish up talking about the blog article, and we kind of cut you off with the chat there.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it also goes on to talk about how you will be working at Full Sail, right?
Full Sail.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Full Sail's my alma mater. That's where I graduated.
You're leaving us for
So-
Full Sail?
That
Is that like
so
a
no,
beer?
I'm not leaving for
Full
Full
Sail
Sail.
Ale?
The only other part of that was that yes, I have a degree from Full Sail, but like, and get this, somebody hit me up and was like, I guess they looked at my LinkedIn and saw that Full Sail was on there or maybe it wasn't LinkedIn. They looked at somewhere and saw that Full Sail was like on my education, and so they used that to justify believing this gag.
Wow.
And I was like, that's crazy. Okay.
Well,
But,
I
yeah.
gotta give it to you guys, man. I gotta give it to you guys. I did not think that was gonna go off as swell as it did. Like it brought a tear to my eye. I was just like,
Yeah, everybody's just like,
oh.
like, what the hell, Fry? Really?
And
No. What? No.
well, some of them
Like,
were.
where's the
Freaking
badge
some of them were.
code?
If they would have claimed the badge code, they would have known right away that.
I know.
What? I didn't claim my
There's a
badge
badge code that lets them know it's an April Fool's joke, and people didn't
Really?
even know.
Oh my God! That's because they were like, oh, we can't sleep. This is what do you guys feel like when this happens? I mean, what happens? Do you guys feel abandoned? Do you guys feel like there's a void? And then we bring him back, and then we take him away, and then we bring him back, and then we take him away, and then we bring him back.
This is going to go on for a while.
Understand this. This is the last night that Jared's going to be able to do it. Understand this. Right after this stream, I'm changing passwords and locking everyone out of accounts. And then Jared's going to have to request and be a guest.
I have a skeleton key. No? I have a skeleton
Matt says,
key.
prove it to me in our chat.
Dude, I have an admin. If he locks me out, he's locking you out. I've been learning in the background. Y'all think that I've just been sitting here like not learning anything? I listen to everybody.
Well, can you listen to me when I say to not remove camera feeds during the live stream?
Oh, except that part.
You've ignored that.
I apologize. I didn't hear that.
JD Smith comes in and says, "Oh, I don't deserve a badge. I deserve a dunce hat." That's not true.
That's true, Digi. Of all the people, like I thought, man, I had some higher expectations for you, bro. A little bit.
What the hell? And then T3 saying, "I wish he did that for 1 hour." Like just his whole gag. You wish that he would do that whole gag for an entire hour, T3? You'd be the only person watching the stream. I can tell you that.
What gag? What are we talking about? What are you guys talking
Where
about?
you sit and remove everybody's cameras over and over and over.
I never remove everybody's. It was just yours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's
You're
very
welcome.
much appreciated.
You're welcome. I just wanted you to
nothing
remember
makes a guy feel more included. Yep, there you go. I'm gonna try to make this work. How do I do that? You got to angle it right. My hands do not make that
some
shape
kind
of
of
a
backing
heart.
or something, so you can actually like boom. Yeah, see the black.
My hands
just makes
don't
it
make
hard.
that shape. What about that? What about that there? That's close.
Yeah, it works.
Right?
That works.
That heart's getting deformed, man.
Dude, I got like the big fabricator hands. You know what I mean? You can't. I don't know how you can do it with the farmer hands. Yeah,
dude. It's because the land loves me.
See, yours is not a heart shape either. Yours does the same thing as mine. It's like
yours does more of like this.
No. This is the trick. This is the trick. You got to do it fast, and then it looks good. See, if you stay on it, then everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!" Whatever, Matt
can do it.
There we go.
Matt's hands are dainty.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
A young lady.
That is true.
Dainty hands. JD Smith comes in and says, "Jared, I listen to everyone." And then 5 minutes later, it's like Pa Kent says, "With great power comes greatness," right?
Yes, I love Pa Kent.
Okay, so the name of the stream tonight, as you guys can see, revolves around the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock thing. And I just want to make sure that everybody's aware This is not because we're making some kind of announcement. There's going to be an NFT on the system about this. This is literally because I've seen people talking about, like, can I buy that as an NFT? And I thought, that could be an interesting topic. And then our editor, Lindsay, writes our content out for us because I don't have the time to do it anymore. And Jared and Matt, I mean,
tell the
they could
truth,
probably
dude.
write
It's
content
because
once in
we
a
all
while.
can't do it, and she can. Come on, man. Just
She's a
accept.
monster. So
reality.
she came up with this idea that perhaps we should do a show centered around the different questions that we get from what is an NFT, specifically tailored towards the content involved in an NFT. And I thought, that's a great idea. So, first of all, what does it mean to own an NFT? And chat, if you guys have questions on this stuff as we go, please ask. It'd be awesome. So yeah,
So what does
does
it mean to
what does
own-
it mean to own an NFT?
I got an answer.
What does that mean?
I think.
Okay.
I think it means that you have a digital certificate that records the transaction and records the digital asset and basically validates that or verifies that you own it, tying your information to its information digitally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a perfect answer. So here we go. Matt, you can follow up with this one. Vav's question in chat is interesting legal question as to who would have the digital or the legal right to mint that one.
Okay, before anybody
I
says
think we talked
anything,
about
we
this
need to
slap.
do a disclaimer. We need to do a disclaimer real quick because we don't give any legal advice. We don't give any financial advice. We're three comedians just trying to make a living, getting slapped on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yep, so let's bring the bald one in to answer it.
Yeah, to answer this question, I'm going to bring in our special guest, Will Smith.
So he cuts his own camera
Am I
feed.
supposed
That
to be
was
Will
his joke.
Smith?
I don't know.
Am I supposed to?
Why are you
Okay.
guys doing the
Oh, are
camera
you?
cutting?
Wait. Oh no! Here's Will Smith. Sorry.
Okay.
Jared,
we had a
who would
special
keep
have
guest.
the
my
right?
Matt's name out your mouth.
Oh, tough, dude.
Okay. So let's answer Vav's question.
The crap out of me, y'all.
Vav's question was interesting legal question as to who would have the legal right to mint that. So there's two ways to go about this. One, there's the video of the feed coming from it, and secondary, there would be an image of it happening.
Okay.
So
As far as the video, I think it would be CBS or ABC, one of those actually hosts the Grammys or Oscar. Yeah, I think it was Grammys. I don't really pay attention to those shows anymore because
they're all
shows
fake.
I like are So I believe the video itself would actually belong to the station, the network that owns that.
I think that's right.
Yep. Unless their contracts have something that says otherwise, then by a blanket, it would default.
Now, when it comes to the image, you can make an image of an image. You can take a screenshot and whatever, and that image would be owned by the person who makes the image, or is it still owned by CBS?
Here's where that gets interesting. That image would be co-owned by Chris Rock and Will Smith. Reason being is because a still image holds different legal values under the Millennium Copyright Act than video. And so automatically, whoever is the model, quote unquote, inside of the video, or excuse me, inside of the image that's taken from a video, they have ownership of the rights of that image because they are the center of it. That being said, both of them likely signed contracts being there that gives any usage of their likeness over to the network. So at which point it would fall to the network. But we're just making the assumption that maybe they didn't sign anything, which I'm sure they did.
Okay. What if you take an image and then add words to it like a meme?
They still own the rights.
Oh, they still own the rights. So if we showed that on our stream, they could come after us?
Yep, which is why we used a strategically placed Shutterstock photo that takes Batman slapping Robin, makes him look like Will Smith.
Nicely done, son. Okay,
That's what
show
it
it.
do.
It's so beautiful. I saw this meme. I laughed.
People have to back out of it in order to see it.
What?
People would have to back out. Is that what you're talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that funny meme you showed me the other day.
I can't show that on the screen.
Oh man, that was
I'm talking
so
about
funny.
the cover for this video that you clearly didn't look on social media and see before you got on the stream.
I don't know about that. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, because why would Jared do any reviews or looking? Really? Did you just say was that?
Hey man,
that's probably why he didn't
got
claim
here
that
in
patch
time.
code.
There's a windstorm. It almost blew me away. Funny
really?
story.
Okay, so here you go. This one here.
Oh my heck.
So see, it says, "Can the slap be owned as an NFT? Your questions about NFTs and comics."
Wow, that's so cool.
I did so that you're aware, because this one was pretty funny. We just can't show it on here. I did make a meme where over Chris Rock, I had put Matt trying to say something on stream, and then over Will Smith, I'd put Jared's audio jumping in with a random comment.
Really? I don't.
That's the one you're talking about from the other night that was making. Okay. Anyways, let's just keep going here. Jenny Smith says, "I would guess the network that it aired on, Vav." That is true. T3 says, "A work."
Sorry, I was doing my research. I was looking at the post so I could get up to speed on the topics. Now, which one are we on?
We're still trying to start.
Oh, dang! You
Jenny
guys
Smith
are slow.
says, "Oh God, Jared, I swear."
So,
homie,
if you have any questions about NFTs, please chime in. And while you're at it, hit that like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, click all that stuff, guys. Please share it out. It helps us. It really, really helps us. Okay.
We need all the help we can get.
Yeah. And then Vav came in and said, "I said question, not looking for advice." So we just need to do like kind of a disclaimer that says that we are not giving people advice. That way you don't take something stupid that we say as a joke, take it seriously, and go and squander away your rich uncle's inheritance or something like that on a bunch of, McRib NFTs that we make jokes about. But if you'd like to buy a McRib NFT, they're out there.
I heard somebody on this team's got one for sale for like $50. Or 0.0000576 Ethereum. What? How much does it go for?
T3 says it looked too staged. I think talking about the slap.
I mean, if you look at the picture right as he's going for it, and you can see Chris Rock like squinting like he knows it's coming, that did look a bit iffy. But at the same time, I think it wasn't staged. I think freaking dude, what I don't like is he laughed and then reacted so poorly. He laughed at the joke. He should have been.
Well, yeah, he laughed at the joke and probably off camera looked over at his wife and realized,
he did
laughing.
They had it on camera. You should have seen. She gave him a look like he was going to die. He was like, I'm going to go up and I'm just going to go up here and make a fool out of myself so she don't kill me. Woo! Allegedly.
So Vav comes in and says, "Yeah, probably, but anyone who's a reporter there, like the paparazzi." So I think we can actually comment on this as well. When you go to an event, you actually sign a disclaimer. Well, almost every event, you sign a disclaimer saying that anything that you record or any images that you take there, that you are agreeing that you're giving usage rights over to the event itself. So like when you see us and we do video and stuff like that from cosplayers and stuff like that from different events. Yeah, the event themselves actually owns. They hold ownership of it. And when you buy a ticket to go to like a different comic convention and stuff like that, 99.9% of them, and if you look inside of the fine print that you just agreed to and purchased that ticket, you are agreeing that they hold ownership of all rights for those images. You see a lot of times that different like professional cosplayers, stuff like that they'll try to, argue with an event to try to say, "Oh no, that's my image because it's of me, and you purchased a ticket, you signed away that right.
Wow.
Pretty.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we've got T3
whatever.
and JD Smith going off about some wrestling stuff that happened this weekend.
Rock never even touched his face. Does he mean Will Smith?
I
think he
don't
meant Will.
know. Is he talking
No,
about the Will
when
Smith
he's
thing?
saying
slapped
Chris
his leg.
Rock never touched his face after getting slapped. Never like, oh, ow. So
I don't know,
Oh,
but I saw Mark Slap during WrestleMania highlights. Are they talking about The Rock or Chris Rock? Because now
no, Chris
I don't
Rock.
want,
They're
I don't want
talking about
wrestling.
Chris Rock. They're talking about Chris Rock. I mean, generally speaking, if you get hit, you're gonna be like, oh, and grab it, because it's natural instinct to cover a wound with the palm of your hand. Like you get hit with something,
Rose
you start
says,
brushing it, like, ow.
Hey guys, just to let you know, I love Bill and Bob. I played Bob in Shadow Play. What? What?
Sweet.
I'm not entirely sure who Bill and Bob are, honestly.
Well, I know who
I don't
Bob
know,
is.
but if Rose
Can't be
loves
that
Bill and Bob,
Bob.
I'm sure they're great people. We're in. Nobody's Loser says, hello, sorry I'm late. I was doing a dream workshop. What did I miss?
Woo,
You just
that's
missed
awesome.
Jared cutting our video feed, but let us know what a dream workshop is now. I want to know what that is. I have more questions than I have answers.
Exactly.
T3 says, yeah, but there's other videos coming out of her laughing while he slaps him as if it was a joke. Oh, I don't know.
I don't think she was laughing because Will Smith done smacked the crap out of Chris Rock. I don't know. But I agree
Rose says, hey, go ahead, Jared. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's all right.
No, I thought you were actually done talking for a second.
Nope, I was
My
going to be
mistake.
reading the next one, and then all of a sudden you threw me off. It's okay.
Rose Kirby
I was
says,
just trying to
hey,
be a part of the show.
Stream. lots of people can't make them. Hey, you sorry? Oh, Jesus. Rose asked, hey, are you sad about your stream? Lots of people can't make them watch you. I think she meant a lot. Are we sad that a lot of people can't watch our stream? We try to do the best we can. The streams are available after the fact.
Can't a lot of people watch our stream? Wait, there's not lots of people watching us? You mean there's nobody out there? I freaking knew it. This whole time we've been talking to ourselves, except for
so
Rose,
the stream
Dominic,
is available
T3,
after
and Digi and
on YouTube, Facebook, various social media platforms. We also upload it as Crypto Comics Marketplace on Spotify. If you guys want to just listen to it as an audio podcast, that's also why we say the podcast at the top of the stream, so people can check it out that way. I don't recommend falling asleep to that thing. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I did it the other night. Worst dreams I've ever had of Jared.
Yeah. Yeah, we all
know what I mean?
Halo.
You're all comfy
I
and you heard Jared's voice.
I haloed you.
Blow up.
I haloed you in your dreams.
Wait,
no,
so you're actually getting interrupted in your dreams too?
Yes.
I only interrupt you. What are you talking about?
Terrible. It was terrible.
You know what?
Andrew Dodge says,
I'm going to show you guys what it's like when I don't interrupt.
All right, so what were you saying, Fry?
Andrew Dodge comes in and says, yeah, she rolled her eyes and looked at Rock in disgust. That's when Smith walked up and smacked him. Guys, I'm going to be totally honest with you. The only thing I even know that happened is what I've seen from the memes from the limited amount of time I've had on social media lately. Like, I have just not had the time to even check into anything. I know that Will Smith slapped him on stage because he had made a joke at Will Smith's wife's expense. That's kind of the understanding that I know. And that she's got, I think, is it a disease or a medical reason?
Yes.
For losing her hair.
She is losing her hair like in little spots. I can't remember what it's called. But she had talked about it on her show I want to say about a year or two ago. And he made the joke of G.I. Jane 2. So,
well, how could Chris Rock not have watched her show?
What does it matter? Bald men get teased all the time by comedians. It's comedy. It's a joke. Don't be in the first row if you can't take a joke.
I'm losing my hair just because I've worked for Jared for 4 years.
That has nothing to do with me, dude. It's your DNA, bro. Both of you.
No, it's pulling it out physically. So it just comes out in chunks.
Could you give us a demonstration?
It happens all the time. Just watch the screen.
Just give us a
T3
demonstration.
Comics.
Grab.
T3 Comics says that didn't make it on TV or the news for laughing while it's happening. One of the reasons I think it's fake to come out later for someone else's cell phone. Damn, you guys are really everybody's really involved in this thing. Like, I can't even catch up with chat. So I'm just going to kind of scooch forward just a little bit here, except for Lickerson? Says, bro, you have dreams? Try to. It's a long time ago. Vav says, speaking of NFTs and rights, there's a little pop-up that comes up talking about handing over copyright when I was uploading to the site last time. Can you discuss some of the details of how that all works? Yes, absolutely. Jared, Matt, one of you guys, you want to take this? That way it's not all my voice on the podcast.
As far as uploading onto our system, you retain your rights to everything. We don't take any rights away from you. That way, if you want to go sell the IP to Netflix, do it. By all means. If you want to upload it to another system, or any kind of print or anything like that, we don't stop you whatsoever. So we are just an extra tool in your tool belt. That is it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that pop-up that comes up specifically that Vav's talking about during the upload process, when a creator is uploading a new creative, a new comic, audio, images, anything like that, is literally us giving you a legal disclaimer saying that you understand we in no way hold any copyright over this information, that you retain all that. Go ahead, Jared.
Well, I was just.
It's hard. It's hard for you not to cut us off, isn't it? It's real hard. I can see you sweating right now with that ring light.
I ain't sweating. It ain't.
So nothing. Yeah, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
I can handle it. Okay, I can deal with it. All right, I can deal with it.
How you doing?
Yes.
Thank you for letting me have the opportunity to speak.
You're welcome.
What I was gonna say is that copyright is a warning to you, because when you upload in this marketplace, you have liability of the copyright, because it's you that is publishing. Thank you.
True.
Yeah, that's all I had to say.
And then Cameron just gave me new nightmare fuel by saying Jared comes floating through the windows in your dreams. Thank you, Cameron.
I mean, floating, flying kick, maybe through the window. That'd be awesome.
A flying kick, like a Liu Kang kick with your feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
That'd be awesome.
And Rose says, just letting you know, lots of people. Wait, that's the medical thing. That's the medical thing. Right?
Yes. That's alopecia.
Okay. Alopecia.
What Jada Pinkett Smith has.
Okay.
Thank you.
Rose Kirby says, just letting you know, lots of people can't wake up at 3 or wait up till 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's what I meant. Just so you know, I can't read anything now. So Rose, that's one of the biggest reasons why we started doing the podcast formula as well. Is just so that, people that are having a difficult time seeing different things, they'll be able to check it out. And also just because a lot of people are busy right now, man. Like, we understand. We totally understand. And especially too busy to be staying up until 3 o'clock in the morning. We absolutely salute you. And thank you, Rose, for doing that.
Hey, I just want to say sorry to hear that, Rose.
And yeah, one of the things that we're noticing, especially with working with like the Martians versus Rednecks team, a lot of them are based out of the UK. I'm drawing a blank on the other countries, but their community is built up with a lot of people from around the world, and we're realizing just one time slot isn't going to work for everybody. It's just not going to work. And so we record these live just so that we have chat interaction. We can talk to the community and do those kind of things and give you guys that opportunity. but a majority of the people that actually watch the show or listen to it are doing so after the fact. Did you just do what I think you did? I totally lost my train of thought because you disconnected your camera to wipe your nose. All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
That was cruel. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'm going to keep going forward through chat here, guys.
You're doing great. You're doing great. We're at we got somebody new in the house. Maybe Lycrison? The Lycrison?
Yeah, we pulled up a comment from him just a minute ago. So thank you for joining us, Lycrison. But glad you have a neutral stance on NFTs, honestly. I'm not sure where NFTs will take us. I'm very indifferent, but I do see the appeal in having ownership over an image in terms of money. So to let you know, we definitely don't have a neutral stance. We are in the business of NFTs, just so that is very clear. We just see a different usage of the technology that's behind NFTs. I think I speak for everybody that's on the camera right now that, having ownership of certain images is really cool. It's fun. It's awesome. I think it's great. I think it's got a lot of value to it. I think that as we go further forward, though, and you start implementing NFT technology onto various forms of media, specifically comics is where we're into it, is where the doors really start opening up to where creators can really benefit from the technology as well as creators. And that's where we see the future going. That's where we try to place ourselves is there. That's not to speak unkindly about current NFTs. I think some of them are kind of weird.
I think it's very creative. I think it's very creative what people are doing with NFTs and how they're using multiple ideas around the ownership of an image to actually generate activity and games and fun I think NFTs are more of a community building type product than an owner of a card type product. I think that's a really cool way I've seen it going.
I do too, and I think that's something that comics has always had. People just aren't connecting the two things together. You know what I mean? There's always been communities popping up around specific books. That has always existed. There's always been the DC versus Marvel conversation. There's always been the, sideline guys for Image. There's always been.
I mean, is it really a conversation? There's no contest.
Oh, let's go. No, what I'm saying is that the way that you see these communities building up around NFTs is fantastic. It's amazing. And a lot of it is built around exactly what you're talking about, where there's additional features of an NFT that unlocks certain things inside of a community that you have access to if you don't, if you own that NFT. For example, Martians vs. Rednecks. Anybody that owns that NFT, they're going to get a very strategic and specific comic book drop inside of our system.
If they don't get,
which is pretty cool.
Mutinied on. Tell you what,
they aren't going to get mutinied on.
I feel abandoned, Fry. I feel abandoned. I'm just saying.
Vav says, excellent. It was just worded kind of odd. As Jed and I spoke about I have a few folk he and I probably need to talk to, and it would be something that they will ask. I also wanted for sure to understand it. Right on.
Yeah, and it is important to understand that because we don't ask for anything like copyright. We don't ask for any of those rights, but at the same time, you're assuming a lot of liability because you're holding that copyright. If you take an image like Fry was talking about earlier that is owned by some people like Chris or Rock and Smith, then the copyright is on you. You put it into the marketplace. You published it. We're just a tool. You are the one holding that copyright, which is how it should be. That's how creators want it to be. That's indie.
Yep. And Leckerson says similar personas. Yes, very much. Andrew Dodge adding on to my nightmare fuel. Thought it would be Jared's beard floating through the window. Thanks.
No, dude, that's just what that's doing is it's floating right over his face and making his nose itch while he sleeps.
Oh God, dude, no.
Wow.
P3 says you're all killing Jared's spirit.
Yeah, you're killing my spirits, guys.
And then JD Smith comes in with the voice of reason, saying Jared doesn't appear to be saddened, which in turn makes me sad.
I hope you're happy, Digi. I don't. That hurt.
Oh, jeez. Cameron says Alien versus Rednecks looks interesting. It's under Martians versus Rednecks, just so that you're aware, Cameron. Which is still Aliens, but specifically Martians versus Rednecks. T3 says I'm in the business of misery. So is Jared. Every time he gets
So
on
am I.
this
Listen to how these guys talk to me.
So,
like so NFTs are like an investment play on the whole copyright system. They can be. Some of them can be. Some NFTs actually hold additional copyright elements. So, for example, some NFTs give you permission to print copywritten elements. Yeah, go ahead, Jared.
That's given by the publisher, or the person who mints, right? Like the person who creates the NFT, they have to give that copyright, and that would be specifically recorded in your digital certificate, which is the NFT, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Rose says, I'm tired. I'm too tired to wake up about 1 or 2 a.m. but watch, but it's working. I'm listening now. I'll try and make comments. Believe it's getting very hard for me. Well, we appreciate you listening,
Rose. You're so
we do
awesome.
appreciate you being here.
You're like the trooper of troopers.
Rose, don't sleep and listen to 1-2. Jared's coming for you.
Whoa.
Don't do that.
Don't say it out loud. She can't read, remember? Jiminy Christmas. You're just trying to have her join your nightmare. I feel bad. She's Rose, man.
T3 says, so if I make NFTs of each of my comics, would I then never need new copyrights anymore because the NFT is proof? Kind of. An NFT, and you being the original minter, the original creator of the NFT, does hold some proof. However, that doesn't reach over into print and a lot of other media elements. So we tell everybody just to be safe and make sure that you've got all your bases covered.
Talk to a copyright lawyer.
Yeah, everybody's got like $600 kicking around the office. I'll just go set me up an appointment.
Well, the biggest thing is that NFTs are still so new that, it could be 10 years from now that a federal judge finds that an NFT might not be, you know what I mean, like equal proof as print. I mean, that could happen. The difference here, though, is that NFT are global. The copyright. If you print an NFT, do you prove that you should hold copyright? In a way, yes, you do. Because if you print that NFT, or I shouldn't say print, if you mint that NFT, then yes, you prove that you are the creator and it's logged on the blockchain. However, that doesn't necessarily correlate over to print directly. It's still too new of a technology to lean on.
So you
there is also
your NFT.
There's also the fact of like trademarks and stuff like that. So once again, if you're in the publishing business, you're still going to want to talk to a lawyer.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can afford it.
So
no, Jared, stop. You're going to want to talk to a lawyer regardless. Okay, just add it to the cost of creating the comic.
So next one up, Vav says it hasn't been legally tested yet. Some elements have, but it's not enough that everybody knows kind of what to do with it.
There's very little
it's
legislation in relation to it, like Wyoming. There's not very many states.
It's very hard to do because it's decentralized, though. You know what I mean? It is proof in itself, which is kind of the beauty of blockchain. T3 says, was just curious, and I'll talk to him about it. Good. Likerson says, can NFTs be turned into advertisement since people make fun of them and bash on them, save and share them? I'm going to approach this in two ways. So can NFTs be turned into advertisement? Yes, they can. A lot of people use NFTs as their advertisement for whatever element they're going after.
Can you give me an example?
Okay, Visa, the company Visa, purchased that NFT of that weird-looking ape, and they had it on a huge billboard. I want to say it was Times Square,
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it can be used as an advertisement.
Wow. Okay. That's cool.
The
But
McRib NFT.
only by the person who owns the NFT, right?
That's correct.
I mean, your community can actually help you advertise. And that's how a lot of NFTs, pick up value, is because the community behind them is really pushing for their
Look what
adoption.
DC did. Sorry. I
Go
was
ahead.
saying,
It's not so
look
easy,
what
is it?
DC did. Look what DC did with their last convention, the DC fandom, where they were giving away the NFTs. And if you actually shared that out on Twitter saying, hey, I got one, they'd give you a second one.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you get both of them, Matt?
I got 3, surprisingly enough.
Oh, score.
Like they said, limits 2, and then they gave me 3, and I was like, okay.
I just transfer
Well,
those over to
Likerson
my
also
MetaMask.
says, since people make fun of them and bash on them and save and share them. So that's the thing, is anybody can save and share an image. That's nothing new. You know what I mean? The reality of an NFT isn't that you're the only person that's going to ever have access to that image. That's not what an NFT is about. That's kind of just a social media cloud that everybody wants to try to say to devalue the technology that's behind NFTs. What NFTs is the ownership. Yeah, I own my motorcycle. A lot of people can look at it. That doesn't mean you own it. You know what I mean? Those are 2 entirely separate things, and people just have a misunderstanding as to what an image is. That's why I like NFTs, is it brings images back to really what they were as far as the ownership.
Yeah. There's also other features within the NFTs on our system, such as the audio features and stuff like that, that you're just not going to have access to if you just saw an image.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point. Rose says, one last thing. I'll go live 15th of April, 6 p.m. UK time. There'll be lots of shout-out news, updates, and information. Try to watch it till then. Sending hugs, joys, best wishes. Right on, Rose. Everybody's watching.
Rose.
Check out Rose's
Rose, send me a link.
T3 Comics says, I was told by a lawyer I could just mail myself a copy of the book and not open it because it has a government stamp date on it that would hold up in court. I've heard a lot of creators actually say this, and I don't know if it's true. But
that it's called So through my research, it's called a poor man's copyright, and because the U.S. Post Office is a federal, again, disclaimer, we don't give any advice. Because the U.S. Post Office is a federal entity, that postage stamp is actually a certification of the timestamp. So what you would do is you would take your creative materials, you would stick them in the envelope, you would mail it to yourself through UPS, but you can't open it. It has to be unopened. And so if you ever got taken to court, you could submit that. And if the person you were up against didn't have proof that they had use of it predating your stamp from the UPS, that's how the poor man copyright works. Boom!
Yes.
I've heard a few people actually say that, yeah.
I have heard that too in the past, but when I talked to a lawyer, he said specifically, don't do that. Come on.
Well, it's not absolute. I mean, if you go register a copyright with the company and somebody does a poor man copyright, obviously the rich man's going to win over the poor man because he's paid money to the federal government to actually register the copyright. But
So JD Smith asked, business question: does Crypto Comics reach out to indie companies about being a part of the marketplace, or does Crypto Comics wait to be approached by the creators? A little of both, but most of what we do right now is actually community driven. So for example, if a community member has links to another creator, something like that, they really like, we try to go that route for the handoffs, mainly because we don't want to get too big too fast. I know that sounds really weird for a business to say that, but we're a small team, and there's a lot of things that coincide, like customer service and management, stuff like that. And we want to make sure that we don't get too ahead of ourselves with things. There are actually close to 900, I think right now, 800 books that are unpublished right now that are already set aside for crypto comics. There's a lot more involved than what most people are seeing. Reason being is because we can't really afford the time right now of us hitting the market with everything that we have and then struggling to kind of keep up with the demand. We have to make sure that we control our growth intelligently to make sure that this thing's successful. So yeah, so if that being said, if you guys know of like different creators and stuff like that that you would really like to see in the system, all you got to do is just tag us in one of the things on social media, and we should usually catch it and try to follow up with them.
Or just invite them in with your link, and then if they have questions, get us in contact. Like get them in contact with any of us, and we will answer their questions. Vav, T3, everybody can back us on that. We talk to everyone.
JD Smith says, I asked because I go on Kickstarter and I see a plethora of projects. My first thought is, why aren't most of these on Crypto Comics? The easiest answer for that is because we aren't live yet. A lot of creators, like when we're in beta right now, all the books that you see is because creators were cool enough to let us use that during beta. None of them right now are making any money off of things, which is why we try to promote crowdfunding campaigns and, you know, their various marketing efforts as hard as we do, is because that's our way of thanking them for helping us. It's, you know, that's how this industry was built. It's what this industry is about.
Symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. Yep. And we try to make sure we do right by every one of those relationships. So a lot of times, well, and a lot of creators, there's a lot of stuff that's waiting. And the reason it's waiting is because that creator can't afford to give that out right now. And those that have, I think, have, you know, really gained an audience and gained a community themselves. And I think it's worked out well for everybody involved. I think, hopefully. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I follow his instincts.
Right. T3 says, they approached me a few times before Jared talked me into it.
Come on, you wanted to be here, T3, remember? Wink, wink.
Oh, don't do the you really wanted this. Okay, so Vav says you're running your own chain for minting your NFTs, correct? Yes and
it's a utility.
No. Yes,
we are using.
Yeah, thank you. It's a utility token, and our chain does get written to main chain, so it is both. The difference is we get to control our own gas fees. And I don't know if anybody's familiar enough with NFTs, but a lot of the price of buying an NFT right now is those gas fees. And this gives us the ability. Yeah, this gives us the ability so that a creator doesn't make a book and it costs somebody $40 in gas to purchase that book, plus paying the creator. We want to make sure that a majority of the funds goes right to that creator. So,
tell you what.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
And then T3 says, "Now I'm happy I listened." Oh, thank you, T3.
Oh, I'm glad.
T3.
Lagerson says, it's kind of funny how we're pushing back to an era similar to the era when art was a one-time issue. It is. It's a little weird, yeah. Oh,
give me some
similar to how the Greeks made marble statues. Right there. Similar to how the Greeks made marble statues. That's good context. That an NFT guarantees that you own that copy of that NFT. It guarantees your ownership. It goes back to the original art when if you had a painting, you owned that painting. You know what I mean? There wasn't two Mona Lisas. You know, there wasn't two statues. There wasn't. So, yeah. That being said, I think technology is going to change a lot of things, though. It's going to allow like a comic book to have multiple copies of the exact same book, but every one of them is tracked on the blockchain the same way.
Every one of them is unique, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the aspect that it has that number, like issue, well, not issue, but print one. Well, how does that work? It's not issue. It's not the print. It's the mint. It's the mint number.
It's still a mint run. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so cool. So really, my thought process is if you get in the single digit mint numbers, you're killing it.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Having like low number,
9, baby. From 1 to 9, I'm still living the high life.
Well, and that's the whole thing about owner. It's just like any other comic book. It's all about your bragging rights. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right?
This is how cool my collection is. You know, you want those like lower numbers. You want those kind of things. Like, we think that's exactly the direction things will go. But the community is going to ultimately be up to that. Just because I want low number mints doesn't mean the community is even going to care. The community might be like, I just want the comic. I just want to support the
Right.
creator. You know what I mean? And our system's built to handle all those things. I think we came up with a really valid answer to a problem that's kind of plagued this industry.
I believe.
Of course I do.
I agree with that.
I'm a part of it. But
I mean, sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. So Vav says that wasn't a way to talk down about the chain. I don't think we took it that way, but more of a question on the smart contract option is their ability to add programming using your utility token. There will be eventually. However, as soon as we go live, that will not be an option that's a part of our live transactions right up front. Reason being is, go ahead, Chip.
I apologize. What is being asked here? Like, is it kind of like what Mars versus Alien is doing, where they write that contract that allows you to get in on the mint party? Is that what's being asked?
Yeah. So a smart contract can control many, many different things. Right up front, we're controlling the entire contract, but we will be opening the doors up so that creators can mint their own contracts for their own books. Namely, one of the biggest points that we see being worked out with that is a creator being able to state, my penciler gets this percentage, my inker gets this percentage, my letterer gets this percentage. You know, and various ways to kind of run their own business by using blockchain to handle all of it without them having to be hands-on the entire time.
That's so fantastic.
We see a lot of future in this technology. And the biggest thing is just going to be how the community uses it and what the community asks for. You know what I mean? And everything that you guys see in the beta right now, every single element of that system is something that someone has asked for. Every single one of them. Everything from following a book to the chat interaction to how the reviews work to anything and everything in between, all the way down to the reader and how the audio plays and the different options that creators have. Every single element was built off of someone asking for it. And the reason we did that is because we want to make sure that our marketplace is the most valuable tool for a creator to use. You know what I mean? And at the exact same time, we understand that the more valuable we make it for creators, the more immersive the entertainment and the experience can be for the collector. So it just works together to benefit this industry as a whole. That being said, that's also why it's taken us so long to do this. We're a small team and we're taking on something really, really big. So,
massive.
You know, we appreciate everybody like hanging with us.
Yeah.
T3 says we will have. Oh, go ahead, Jared.
See, I'm not always the one that interrupts. Nah, never mind. It's not even important.
Trust Jared. T3 says we'll have a comic made for just one of one to see what happens as an experiment. You're gonna do a one of one comic, like that's the only way to get that whole comic, or like a one of one variant cover, or one of one meaning this one has audio when the other ones don't, or like that's where my brain starts going. I'm excited about this kind of stuff when creators look at it like that. It'll be cool.
I would love to see a one of one. Just that's it, you know, one of one. You know, no variants, no nothing. Just there you go.
T3 is going to be so mad when I buy it and then just hold it the whole time so that Crutchy can't get it. T3 is going to be like, bro, resells, man, resells. And I'm like, nope, hold them.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Resales are for some, but when you got a hodler in play, and I hodl on everything.
Risk. That's the risk, though.
Is it a
you
risk,
know, unless you set the
reward?
price high enough initially, that's the risk you're going to run into.
Well, and that's the thing, though. If T3 makes a killer name for himself, which he's working on and doing a great job at, then that one of one is going to be worth something. And why would you want to give it away? You know what I'm saying? Or sell it. You want to hold that hodl until it's worth $1 billion.
And then keep hodling so you can say you got it when it's worth $1 billion.
Dude, you could probably get a loan off of the value of that asset.
Yeah, you might even be able to stake it in the future. A lot of companies are talking about staking the value of NFTs now.
Dude, that's an interesting concept. Be careful, man. Once you stake something, you don't know when they're going to open it up. It really sucks.
Yeah. 2-3 says, no, sell it so I get some of that hodl dollars. That's the difference. I don't think you understand what hodl means.
No, he doesn't.
Hodl
You're
means
using
you
the
don't
hodl wrong,
sell.
brother. Hodlers don't sell. I'm a hodler. I buy and sit on it.
Andrew Dodge says, hence the reason I have the original art from both Harden and Rubenstein for because I wanted it.
Ooh.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Oh, are you guys fighting right now?
Jeez. No.
Did he just flex
No,
on
we're
you?
fine.
Did he just flex on you? Oh, brutal.
G3 says,
Huddle me this, Batman.
Oh, man. I love my license plate. I still came up with the best license plate that's ever existed. I just have HODL on the motorcycle, and I love it.
I know. I'm really jelly of that one. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I don't know. Yeah, going into it, I mean, it's not so much a gamble, but it's a risk, like Matt said. But that's what's so exciting about all of this. Like, I mean, NFTs can be really scary and, you know what I mean, and confusing and stuff, but they're going to serve a purpose. So it's going to work out really well. No flex zone.
Ninja. Dude, that is the coolest name. The Ninja. I love that. Oh my God. The Ninja Genko says no flex zone. Come on, man. That was awesome.
That is pretty cool.
The Ninja Genko comes
all
in
right.
with just kidding.
Well, chat, do you guys have any other questions on this? Because if you don't, I'm just going to wrap this thing up. We're at an hour.
Holy crap. Lindsay's going to be so happy.
I know.
Dude, this is fantastic.
We're trying to keep these things a little bit shorter. Oh, geez. Andrew Dodge says, we always be flexing here. LOL.
Yeah.
Vav says, do you support other formats beside PDF?
Yes.
Kinda. We got to word it that way. Reason I say that is because you actually don't need a PDF. You can upload just individual images. But if you're talking about like collections of different pages and stuff, PDF is the standard format outside of like EPUB. And so those are the two main ones that we do. Like we don't support a zip file, which can also be used in the same token. We don't support some various like really small kind of compression formats and stuff like that. But yeah, Matt's not wrong by me saying kind of. But yeah, there are other things that we do. T3 says, how do you make an NFT from scratch? Go upload to Crypto Comics Marketplace, click publish. Done.
Okay, there's another way. Can I tell him? Can I tell him the real way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you say the real way like I just told him a false way?
Oh, yeah, good point. Okay, that obviously didn't come out right.
Yeah, it didn't.
The other way? Can I say the other way? The harder way? How about the harder way?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys heard Crypto Comics' way. So this is the other way. You have to do 100 of each attribute of like.
No.
Did I?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Are you talking about the properties of an NFT collection?
No. He said, how do you make an NFT from scratch? So you'd have to take all those features and put it together and put it into a generator and let that generator pop out the images, right? That's how you would make one, right? Or is that not the question?
If you are doing like an NFT collection the same way that like Bored Ape Yacht Club or like Martians versus Rednecks does it, yes, that's how you do it. But that is just how to populate a single image or a collection of single images, which isn't an entirety of NFTs. Keep in mind, NFTs can be audio, video, interactive features, links, comic books.
You're so smart, Fry. Gosh, man,
but you know what?
So cool
there is one system out there that will do all sorts of NFTs.
What?
Click upload and click publish. The hardest part, guys, the hardest part of building an NFT in our system is figuring out how to write the description.
Like that really is the hardest part. That really is the hardest part. That is. But don't worry, we're working on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's great about us.
No, we're not.
We're always working
on it. We're
not
really working on that. That's up
Yeah,
to
we
you.
are.
That's totally up to the creator.
What do you mean?
We're not
Yeah,
working
we
on
work
anything for a
the
description.
entry field where they put in the description. You know what the problem is here? We're way past overdue, man. We were gonna knock this thing out in an hour. Now you're dragging past it like some kind of crazy man that
Matt,
just
help me.
can't get
Help
up.
me.
I can't stop talking. Freak. Oh my.
Oh man. Oh hey, Ninja says these fellows are very informative.
Thank you,
Oh, I don't
Ninja.
want to see your browser history.
Why? He's the ninja. I'll bet you he sees all sorts of cool stuff.
Very true. That being said, everybody go and check out cryptocomics.com. If you are not already a member, become one. Ask somebody else in chat to hook you up with an invite. That's the way this works.
Yeah.
And then you'll have invites you can share out to your friends.
Special
or
request,
creators.
everybody.
What's that? What was that? Mister, I'm not going to cut everybody off. What was that? What were you going to say? Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay.
Was that? Did you just post up a question?
No, we just already answered that question. I think George is
Okay.
clicking at this point. So I want to open this up to everybody, though. If you guys watch this stream or listen to it after the fact, after it hasn't been live, if you guys are in the chat and maybe you guys have some questions you aren't comfortable asking here or anything like that, you guys can always find us across social media. Crypto Comics Marketplace, super easy to find. Any platform that you want to look for, I think, just about at this point. And feel free, shoot us a message, ask us, inside of the chat on various systems, or go right on to Crypto Comics Marketplace and ask us there. We appreciate it, and we love any of the feedback that you guys have on the system itself as well. Keep in mind, we are in beta, and this is where I get to make this formal announcement. Things are about to change visually inside of the system. So those of you that are in chat, you're going to be the first ones to know. Thanks for zooming in on me. That's what we want to see.
You know how it
My
feels.
face taking up a tenth of this.
Now you know how it feels.
It feels great. It feels heroic. I feel awesome.
Come on, then keep going.
So that being said, a lot of our system is going to change visually. All of the elements that you are familiar with and that you're comfortable with using are all still going to be there. We aren't going to get rid of anything. But keep in mind, over the next few weeks, you guys are going to start seeing some things start migrate, move around, and hopefully adjust and aid in readability and cross-system usage as far as browser support and all those kind of things. We've got a lot of stuff coming through real fast. So please, as always, we love your guys' feedback. And most importantly, if you guys find anything inside of our system that might feel like it's operating off or feel like it's had some issues or something like that's going on, JD Smith DigiArtist, for example, shot us a message saying, hey, your blog comments aren't really working very well. We got those sorted and fixed. So thank you, JD Smith, for doing that and reaching out to us. We appreciate it, man. And as part of our community, we very much appreciate your guys' feedback and support. 100%. And please, if you guys are checking out any of these books that are available right now inside of the system, please leave reviews. We are literally coming down to the wire to where those reviews will be the only thing left inside of the system. All of the books that you make purchases on right now will be relinquished from everybody's account. Everything will be for sale. And the one thing that's going to be left over in the system is going to be your profile with your badge collection and those reviews. Those reviews are really going to help these creators out as far as the search engine optimization and getting those sales as soon as this thing goes live. So please, if you have an extra 20 minutes a day, jump in there, find some new comic books. I promise you, there is stuff for anyone inside of the system right now. And it's going to be awesome. That also being said, watch for a lot of new comics starting to come into the system real quick. It's about to get real fun, I think. Nice hat. Yeah, that got weird, didn't it? Suckers. All right.
It kind of did.
He says, yeah, That's So Petty is becoming a 15-page comic book series, by the way. Very nice, man. We're looking forward to that. Very cool. I mean, who gave Jared permission to do this? Why did I do that?
You did.
What?
You gave Jared permission.
Oh, give me a home where the crypto comics roam, and the deer and the antelope play, and the rabbits
I'm so sorry.
where seldom.
What are you looking at, Matt? What do we see here?
Okay.
Do it. Drop it.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No, that's okay, man.